Remember how everyone was excited about Batman Arkham City this year? Well, Rocksteady was excited as well. So excited that they even put a preview of the game in Arkham Asylum before the game was even announced. Wait, what? In the Warden's secret office there's a wall. A simple looking wall with no sign on it or anything. But if you explode the wall, it's revealed a secret room that contains the Arkham City plans, featuring everything from conceptual artwork to important names. It took exactly 6 months for people to find this Easter egg, and they only found it because Rocksteady Games literally told them it was there. But honestly, would you have suspected that an ordinary wall would contain a secret of such magnitude? In a series like Hitman, known for its gritty realism, that'll be the last place you'd expect to find something supernatural. Except in Hitman Contracts. A mission in the game called Traditions of the Trade makes you go to a hotel and assassinate some people. Eventually in the hotel, you'll come across a locked door with this sign. If you pick the lock while no one is looking, you can go through the door into a hallway. But it's just a boring old hallway. There's nothing special about... Wait, did you see that? Yes, there is in fact a ghost in Hitman Contracts. But if you decide to continue through the hallway, you'll find a crime scene and a dead body in a room. The trail of blood leads to the bathroom, and guess what? The ghost is also in the bathroom. And in the corner in the room, the ghost! Now, I have nothing else to say about this, but I think Ragnar can sum it all up.
Ghost?
Gears of War, the game of manliness. Gears of War, the game of kick-ass combat. Gears of War, the game of...
Are you kidding me?
Wait. What? I've seen some ridiculous things in video games before. But this? So, you're at a certain part in Gears of War 3, you search carefully the area for a while, when all of a sudden, a chicken pops out. And if you decide to shoot the chicken enough times, it will turn into a giant, golden, fire-breathing, explosive chicken. You know, as funny as this Easter egg is, it kinda ruins the game's atmosphere.
Mutate on that, you fuck!
Have you played Half-Life 2? Then most likely you'd have encountered hundreds of zombies. You know, those bloody, ferocious, head-crab-headed monsters. And most certainly, you've heard the characteristic sound they make. But you know, there's something odd about those sounds they make. But I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe if I play their audio in reverse... Wow. Oh yes, the zombies from Half-Life 2 speak in a distorted, reversed dialogue, almost indistinguishable for human ears. Only when you reverse their dialogue you can hear haunting, mostly unaltered human voices, screaming in agony and begging for help. Other zombies, the Zombines, can be heard not by reversing their dialogue, but by increasing the sound pitch and making it higher, and what they say is basically reviving their last moments of life and repeating them over and over. So originally you hear this, but with pitch increased, you hear this. Interesting Easter egg, but there are more amazing Easter eggs in the world of Valve games, and trust me, I'll get to that later. But for what it is certainly a very interesting Easter egg. A bit f***ed up, but very interesting. The Metroid series is full of hidden secrets. One of the most famous ones is the infamous Narpa sword from the original Metroid, which allowed you to unlock a bunch of hidden content such as Samus' weapons and powers, and another code which unlocked the original Zero Suit Samus. So you might be thinking the Narpa sword is number 17 in this list. Well, nope. Chuck Testa. In Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, you can find some really cool Easter eggs by logging into the computer on the ship and entering a series of codes. By entering these codes, you can hear a small commentary by the people of Nintendo, including Shigeru Miyamoto, Satoru Iwata, Yoshio Sakamoto, Kensuke Tanabe, and Kenji Yamamoto. The most interesting commentaries are Kenji Yamamoto's, who introduces you with an acoustic cover of the Metroid Prime main theme. Miyamoto's, who tells his thoughts about Metroid Prime 3.
僕もメトロイド関わり始めて何年もなりますけども、今度のは今までの中で最高でしょう。絶対最後まで遊んでみてね。じゃあね。
And Iwata's commentary is...
私は忙しいと太る方なんで、太れば太るほどなんか何も感じてないんじゃないかって誤解されてるみたいで、非常に不本意です。
It's interesting, alright. Do you like Megaman? Do you like Street Fighter? Do you like ridiculously overpowered weapons that kill enemies very easily? Well, you're gonna love this. Near the end of Armored Armadillo's stage in Megaman X, there's a platform. Naturally, in any video game, the last thing you want to do if you're standing on a platform is to fall off it. But in this case, that's exactly what you want to do. Jump off the edge into the abyss 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And after killing yourself 4 times, return to the platform where you'll obtain the legendary Hadouken. Wow, Capcom sure loves Street Fighter, don't they? This thing is so powerful that it kills every enemy and every boss in one hit. While this Easter egg isn't exactly easy to find, since they never give you a hint that it exists, it certainly is a very fun secret. Nazi Zombies, a type of game where you need to be alert, focused, and not distracted if you want to survive. Given the chaotic nature of this game, it's not unusual that these following Easter eggs went unnoticed. Scattered around the Der Is map in the Nazi Zombies mode for Call of Duty World at War, there are various notes with letters and symbols written on them. You'd think they have no importance, but there's actually more about these notes than it seems. If you get a special translator, you can actually understand what those notes say. And all the notes actually come from the story behind the Nazi Zombies. One note can be found in a sewage drain, which translates to this. Another one can be found in a hole in the floor. The note is saying the following. This element 115 is also part of the story, and it's used to reanimate dead cells. Another note says this. Another note written on the wall says this. And finally, one more note written on a chalkboard translates to the developer's signature. Supposedly, there are many Easter eggs hidden in the Nazi Zombies world, but I chose these ones because they're subtle. And when it comes to Easter eggs, the more mysterious and subtle, the better. As mentioned before, these Easter eggs are part of the story, but if you want to know the full story, you'll have to read it yourself. What? If I were to explain the whole story behind Nazi Zombies, this would be a 30-minute long video. Here's one from World of Warcraft. You know, that game. Those who've played the game probably know about an area in the game called the Ruins of Lordaeron, a large abandoned place where the emptiness of itself is eerie enough to drive some players to stay the hell away from it. But if that place wasn't ominous enough, well, guess what? It's not entirely silent. Tune up the ambient sound to the max and get closer to the throne in the main castle. Listen carefully and you'll hear this. This Easter egg is known as the Ghost of Lordaeron, and what you're hearing is the conversation that led to the destruction of the kingdom. But there's more. If you go outside into the castle courtyard, it seems as empty as everything else in the place. But if you use a spell to detect invisibility, you'll see ghosts. Ghosts everywhere! But what do the voices in the throne room and the ghosts in the courtyard have anything to do with World of Warcraft? Here's the interesting part. Before World of Warcraft, there was simply the Warcraft series, a group of non-MMORPGs about the war between humans and orcs. Those creepy voices you hear in the throne room actually come from the opening and ending of Warcraft 3, in which King Menethil, a character from Warcraft 3 and the old occupant of the throne, is being warned about the impending catastrophe that will destroy his kingdom. This is precisely what happens after. King Menethil's son, Prince Arthas, gets possessed by the Lich King and murders his father. Afterwards, monsters under the command of the Lich King came and wiped out the citizens, and now their ghosts wander around restless. And all this was the spark for the main story of World of Warcraft. So there you have it. The game is giving us a flashback from before World of Warcraft became World of Warcraft. Pretty crazy, yes?